Brown is beautiful. Between white supremacy and black supremacy, white Jesus and black Jesus, Anglo-centric standards of beauty and Afrocentric unity. Word. Brown is beautiful. Between these Spanish white thighs that have never seen the sun and the mexica, autumn red hues that shade our forearms, caras, and sometimes our calves, backs, biceps, shoulders, y panzas. Brown is beautiful. Between black and white lines, void of gray space, America's so blind at times to our spectrum of paints, so they try to erase us. Nothing splintered about our tongues, mono or bilingual. Some of our gente are trilingual, claiming Spanglish as official language. Brown is beautiful. Trabajo, trabajo. Mira, mijo, this life, puro trabajo. Echoes of wisdom from mommy and papi. Lessons that no youth want to hear, but always grow to respect. Brown is beautiful. Inside a lowrider, hitting switches, buried into the stitches of the driver's seat. Swirls of color bathed deep into the mural on the trunk, rolling down federal system souped up. Que suave, ese bump, Chicano oldies, hip hop and funk. Brown is beautiful. Los estudiantes, above ground now, opening up the margins of history, littering the ivory towers, some say, with our liberation theology, freedom. En la esh, tú eres, mi otro yo, retracing indigenismo, spiraling la Chicana cósmica higher. So when I say it, people know Molina Speaks, no liar. Brown is, even behind steel bars, mi vida loca, la pinta, where genius children of men so few people love become artistas, mixing black soup with agua, inking los cuerpos carnales con memorias sagradas, so that when time spent evaporates y los hermanos de sangre return home, that time is not forgotten. Brown is beautiful. Las familias, los inmigrantes, divided now by 20-foot walls, microsensors y cámaras, tracked by ground radar and facial recognition devices, led and hunted by el espíritu del coyote. Brown bodies monitored by unmanned drones, 2,000 miles wide, la frontera, surviving desert heat. La madre's loving bronze eyes remind la migra that brown is beautiful. Everywhere you find us, what you find in us, every context of our lives, every shade of our skin, beauty. The lost tribes de las Americas, always crossing borders to survive, some invisible, always struggling for our lives. In between the struggles of our times, we know, no matter what they say, no matter how they make us feel, whoever they may be, we are beautiful. Brown is beautiful, black, white, beautiful, all shades we are beautiful. Never allow them to make you forget we are. Imagine if everybody stood up for their rights as artists. Imagine what kind of a world we would live in if everybody demanded a space for meaningful work, for self-expression, for communal expression. It takes extreme faith to be an artist. Inspired words of Juno Diaz from the Americas Latino Festival here in Denver, 2013. It's a poetic live scribe reflection. This is no keynote, just an artist taking shots at those calling shots fired, shots at the stories we all tell to deniers within. There is a fire burning in the ghettos of time. Nobody sees their faces anymore. The poor disappeared from public space. Space disappeared from public life. There is no public in the network republic of nanosecond time. Coming of age in the 80s, brought up on punk and hip hop, they thought the 90s would be like the 60s. Then the 00 decade was to be the 70s. So is this the 80s again? Obama, Reagan? Trillions of dollars spent on demotivation. Minds bent only to the market. Youth speak fluent dystopia without rage. One cannot be an artist without extreme faith. Education fails kids as politicians fail, civics fail cities as passionate teachers teach the physics of civics to youth who intrinsically know there is no longer such a thing. The world will have a hard conversation with you whether you like it or not. Progressives rot without alternative pathways. The white bankers know they need diversity training, while the cultural radicals refuse to acknowledge the systems we recreated. The only way to survive is to gather resources, to care for our bodies, to speak our stories, to see marathons, not fuses, and brave steps forward in simple solutions. How about a 10-year moratorium on men's leadership roles? Why not? Because a 3,000-year-old civilization could travel forward to see us doing what they were doing. A calendar society owning people, counting nature, resource by resource, creating artifacts of repetition, repeating precipice. Another civilizational moment is possible. Beyond demonstrations, within imagination, disrupt the networks, break the class divisions whenever possible. Forgive yourself and have patience. You cannot be an artist without extreme faith. Hope you're enjoying some of my Instagram reel. Snapshots in time between the mechanized world, the natural world. This last poema is called Urban Spiritualist. Chapter 1. Mechanized urban jungle. Concrete trees drizzle toxins. Construct boxed in. Radioactive towers stretch high into the heavens, obstructing the view. Acid rains down on the human soul, dew pounding. Little opportunity to escape the pounding. So much from which to escape counting. Granite steel schisms, butane flames, fan escapism. Puff, puff, pass, puff, puff, again and again. Resin coats overworked lungs. Spirit pumps, always playing catch up. It is difficult to breathe here. Deep breath requires traces of sanity, humanity, a sign of weakness here. Breath remains short in fear of exhaling too loudly, being detected, alien. Amidst robotic, human, foreign landscape, hate, evangelists pound the concrete, pounding, posting no bills citywide, who's counting? Every army recruits younger child. Killing pools dwindle under the pounding. Exponential growth, pounding. Technology now, singularity later. We were once human, I am told. Soul merchants let go of religion long ago. Warfare is everywhere. Man against woman, against man, against children, against nature, against machine. Sunrunners run to their guns now. Know what I mean? Insanity. A sign that one still feels numb, numbed, numbered, and trapped under a cloud of storied buildings attacked Murdered stories, muddied miles below the heavens, bright lights, radio frequency antennas, invisible satellites, killer phones, faces of stone, silicone, concretized plastic drones. My pulse races, frantic in this chaos. I am not home here. Chapter 2. I am home here, where purple skies set on mi barrio, where Picassos transform dead walls into vibrant calls to heal the neighborhood, help the hood, grow the hood, green the hood, love thy hood, be your hood, a call to all neighborhoods to be again. Freedom I be when so far from TV, cellular phones, internet off the grid, computerized matrix, hand in dirt, mind in skies, preparing seedlings for the next planting of dreamers. I am my, you are your reality standard, true to my words written under the great tree, asked by the ancestors to be relevance. Even if it hurts me, I be me, relative, i.e. descendants of the air I breathe, long works, drinking wisdom from the water day breeze. Limpia, spiritual tension I release through all four corners of my brown walls. Peace, sage burns outside and within, a call for cleansing, homage to the ancestors, dialogue, honesty. I stretch my body long, strong, meditation with each breath, weaving daily within the balance of life and death. I dream color, expand my reach, extend it to my community. I am high, naturally. Soul growing, thick layers of skin, warding off the evil eye. Nothing can murk me, alive. Soul rebels, soul journeys, volumes of journals left behind. Quetzalcoatl forever sailing east into the night sky. I am home, here, in life. Thank you.